Hey, how you doing, everybody? Hope everybody is doing great. I said last time about doing Hot Wheels and my man Wally's World. Thank you so much for giving me that inspiration to do some Hot Wheels stuff. Now, this isn't quite Hot Wheels. It's Tomy Takara, a little Japanese toy brand with Japanese cars. So, shout out to him for telling me to go forth with it. Hope you all enjoy it. It's not quite Hot Wheels, but it is still the same scale and the same style. But before we get into all that, if you could give us a thumbs up and you could be so kind as to hit that subscribe because it helps out the channel. It helps us out so much because we really want to hit that 1,000. And with you guys, we can do that. I know that. And it's absolutely free. You're supporting the channel. You don't have to buy anything, no subscription or anything like that. And believe me, I'm not going to do no Patreons, anything like that ever. No matter how much the channel grows, no Patreons. I'm just doing this one for your enjoyment and for myself because I really enjoy doing these videos. So now that we're getting into it, like I said, a little kind of Hot Wheels. It's a Tomy Takara. It's the evolution of the GTR. So as you can see right here, I don't speak Japanese. I'm sorry. I tried, but there and there, and I'm using my phone to record, so I can't do the thing to what you call it. What do you call it? To translate. So there is a lot of Japanese writing on here because it's a toy from Japan. As you can see, it's the both sides of the GTR. It's a little box, and we got it at an anime place. But you can open the box, and the cars are there as far as the evolution. So yeah, so it goes top to bottom type of deal, and I really fan of Nissan. And with these, Nissan was one of the first, one of, not the first, but one of the first car companies to really hit into the American market. And they were, of course, if you know about the history, they were called Datsun because they didn't think Nissan was going to catch on here. So they changed the name to Datsun. Eventually, they would switch back to full Nissan like they are in Japan. And they bought the Z car here, which in Japan was called the Fair Lady. But again, they thought no guy would buy a car called the Fair Lady. But it became a very iconic car, definitely of the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. Like when you think about cars of that time, the Z car, Fair Lady, whichever way you want to refer to it, is definitely a car that pops into your head and you think about. So they do have a rich history, both here and in Japan and in America. So it is an iconic car, and one of the first ones they made this to win uh, one of the auto races. They weren't winning the races, so they wanted to come out with a car, and that was, of course, the first original GTR. Right here, as you can see, very boxy looking car, but completely and utterly iconic. It handled well. It had a nice engine. It really did a great job of sealing their victory in many races, and it put them back on the map. They were able to, and I now the details aren't as same as with the Hot Wheels, as you can see, but they are all metal. So, um, does it say Tommy? Yep, Tamako on it actually. Instead of Tommy, it says Tamako. But as you can see right there, the skyline. It is. Oh, it's made in Vietnam. That's funny. It's a Japanese car made in Vietnam. No, right now Japanese, or at least I think maybe that is Vietnamese. I don't know. As you can see, it was a four-door sedan, kind of business-like. And now, like I said, they're not like Hot Wheels as far as the details, but they're more like Matchbox because, and I do have some Matchbox, so we could do some Matchbox videos. But they're more in the lines of Matchboxes, looking more realistic to the actual car. Hot Wheels kind of looks like some of their cars do look like very similar or exact copies of the real car, but Matchbox is more well known for that, not having the outrageous, crazy cars that Hot Wheels have. Like I said, Hot Wheels is a balance. They have both. And I do enjoy both. I kind of collect Hot Wheels more than Matchbox, but I do have quite a few Matchboxes as well. But as you can see right here, he got springs and he can do the roll. So you playing with this, how could you not be like thrilled by this? I mean, the details on the bottom, sorry, and it's all metal except for the wheels, of course. The wheels are plastic. So that was the original GTR, and then we had the R32, another very iconic car. Let's take it out right here. I don't want other cars falling out. Now this one's cool because the doors open. There's nothing opening on this one, which is kind of odd, but and it's got the mag wheels. This one's actually, this is actually a plastic bottom. Maybe, you know what? I stand corrected. It's plastic, but the top is die cast, metal die cast, or if you want to call it. And again, a lot of cool details on the car, the paint and everything. Very realistic to the real cars. But you have the doors that open on this one. This is the R32, another very iconic car. I think it was the R34 that was just stolen out of the Nissan Museum in Japan. Hopefully they recover. I highly doubt they will, but hopefully they can recover that car and have that piece of history in the museum there, because that would be really cool for them. But as you can see right there, it got the springs again, and these cars roll beautifully. So very iconic. That was when the two round lights in the back, the iconic GTR lights that just let you know that there's a GTR in front of you. And most likely you're going to see it from behind. Very fast car. And then we went into, and we have a silver. This is kind of a gunmetal gray. This is kind of a purplish. And of course, the R34 is the car from the, the Fast and Furious. The I forgot which one it was exactly, but that was the one where Paul Walker had the silver and blue. But this is the car that R34 is the one he had, again with the iconic round lights, the details on the license plate, the little symbol and everything. These are really, really cool cars. They just roll beautifully. The wheels and stuff not as solid as with a Hot Wheel. Oh, and the door's open on this one too. It's not as solid as a Hot Wheel, but I like the little springy things in here. It definitely gives the cool details of a real car. And of course, the one we all know and lust after is the R35, one of Nissan's. It's like really a great car. They're getting up there in price though, but really cool car. Again, the doors open. They chose a gold colored for this one, which is really, really cool. And you got the wing and back and everything. I mean, this is the one that'll, the modern body style. Of course, the body changed here and there every year, but this is kind of the iconic R35. Body style. So there you have it right there. The lineup, the original, the next gen. The R34, made famous by Fast and Furious, Paul Walker. And then the modern era R35. Very, very cool lineup. Nissan, a big name in racing. I forgot what was there was just a movie out. I can't remember the name of it. It was I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but it was about racing, and it was Nissan. They were on Team Nissan. The guy from Stranger Things was in a really cool movie. I really enjoyed that movie. I know some people didn't like it. It was after the video game. The kids played the video game to learn how to drive, and when they learned how to drive, they used those skills to transform them into real life, which is a cool story, and it actually is based off a real story. So really, really cool. But Nissan, rich racing history, very good in performance and stuff like that. So there you have it, people. Tomy Takara, Tamako, if you will, toys from Japan, the Nissan Skyline lineup. Oh yeah, actually that was called the Skyline. It's R34, but that was the one that was called the Skyline. So that is definitely the history of that car, the Skyline. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. So there you have it, people. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And like always, always have a great, great day.